Good evening, lads and ladettes. It is your main dummy thick man, Leon Blight here with another video, and today we are going to be playing some more KAZAR Patience. But before we get in, I'd actually first like to discuss in the deck what are the other options for you to build this deck. So the fillers that I have here, as I share, there are 10 main slots and 2 filler slots, of which I have chosen Shang-Tzu to be my tech and the White Queen to be my top end filler. Now, what I've seen a lot of other people running, what they like to do is they also like to include Blade as well as our main man strong guy here. So what others like to do, they want the deck to be more aggressive, more consistent, more power basically. So what they do is they run an extra win condition in strong guy and blade as an an extra top end. It's much like the patient strategy. You still want to be playing Blade at the final turn. That way, you don't discard anything you can use later on because this deck is still super low to the ground. And then Strong Guy gets that +6 power. It's a very strong package. So that's another way to build a deck. Include Blade and Strong Guy. What other people also like to do is they like to include Nakia. See if I can find her. Right, they also like to include Nakia in the deck. And then you have an extra one flexible slot there. Because the deck likes you to hold your one drops, right? What Nakia does is if you play it on three, well, it buffs all of them by +2. So that's a lot of value for what you're trying to do in this deck. But personally, I still like to stick to my guns. I like my option of Shang-Tzu to clear out any big top end stuff I need to clear out. Oftentimes, actually, that doesn't happen, but during those games where you do have a target for it, it feels really nutty. So I like having that option to attack against destroying some big boys. And I also like having White Queen. White Queen as a mid-range filler, it's one of the best. It's a very good filler. If you're playing like a standard tempo deck or a standard deck that has plans on running like regular 5 or 6 drops, you don't have to run White Queen. White Queen is designed for aggro decks, filler in aggro decks. That way, you have options for top end. Other than that, it's a strong card as an aggro filler. Okay, we're still sticking to our guns. That's it. I gave you options. If you don't want to use Shang-Tzu or White Queen, you can use Blade and Strong Guy. Otherwise, you can also run Nakia. You can run Nakia and Strong Guy maybe, or Nakia and Blade, but then you'd also want to run Strong Guy, so like maybe swap out the one drops there. You can figure it out. Anyway, let's head into some games. We are currently in an Asgard meta, so featured location from yesterday and today, we've had Asgard featured in line with the release of the new movie Thor Love and Thunder, also known as Thor 4. Yes, I've seen the movie last night. I have nothing to say about it, so y'all can have a fresh experience. Um, Asgard, I just want to say, mechanically in the game, is that it's like Hala, where you want to contest this, but there's no downside for whoever loses. Instead, there's upside for whoever wins. So you want to be an aggressive deck. Usually, you want to make sure you contest Asgard because drawing 2 cards is one of the most powerful effects you can ever have, especially for what I'm trying to do in KAZAR Patience. All right, that's it. Let's head into some games. Lemuria, easiest pass of my life. Opponent's easiest pass of their life as well. Hellfire Club. Hmm. I guess we're still passing, huh? Okay, opponent playing Wolverine. Finally, we have Baxter building. Angela or didn't get one. Alright, so I still want to play Angela or Bishop on Baxter building. So let's just play Okoye. Oh, wait, would I still have time? So turn 4, if ever, I can just play Iceman as well now. Okay, my opponent plays a very raw swarm here. I'm still not getting what I need. So what I can do now is I can just play White Queen here on right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can play White Queen on right. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's do White Queen center. Okay, final answer. White Queen center. Turn 5 might be KAZAR 1 drop, and turn 6 will be just a bunch of 1 drops. Okay, my opponent Swordmaster's a strong guy. My opponent has Apocalypse, so that's easy to play around. Opponent snaps, fair enough. So I won't have time to play any of my other stuff there. Now I can play Squirrel Girl. So I'm playing around the turn 6 Apocalypse or a combination of other cards. Okay, my opponent is now obviously playing Apocalypse. If I top deck Shanks here, this is a dub. Oh, we are the best players ever. Is that the? It won't matter in the grand scheme. Yeah, we're good. I'm snapping. My opponent will play Apocalypse on Baxter Building. If he plays it in Lemuria, we still win because we take back Baxter Building from them. Yeah, and then we win. Well, since we take back Baxter Building, we take Hellfire Club as well. So yes. Okay. Either scenario, we won. Either scenario.
Victory.
Easy first game. So I am currently rank 86. Let's take note of that. I already have a friend who just reached infinite today. Earlier today, he reached infinite. So shout out to Marcopium for reaching infinite quite early, a third day into the season. And surprisingly, oh nice, we're fighting a regular here, a regular ladder opponent, Alex Celsior. Nice to meet you, brother. So they released stats on the Marvel Snap Discord where during last season in season 1, surprisingly, uh only 2.2% of the player base actually reached infinite. I was expecting a much larger portion of the player base to have reached infinite, but I guess stats don't lie. Okay, I'm thinking of committing my Ant-Man. I can commit my Ant-Man actually. Cloning Vats is interesting. Okay, I don't have to do anything about that yet. Mm. I just want to draw. I can play I can play like Angelas and Bishops into cloning Vats. Hopefully I draw KAZARs. So ideally after that turn 4, I still have opportunities to get KAZAR. And then maybe like just to fill the board, play Squirrel Girls. Okay, my opponent seems to have no interest in contesting me in Asgard, which I see very much quite often where opponents would just oh okay. My opponent will not allow us to get the value of that. I do not seem to be drawing with my stuff. So let's make sure we win Asgard. I have no discard effect, so Ghost Rider won't be much of any use to me. Peep the art though. Holy. My opponent gonna get my 13. Hopefully my opponent won't have enough. Oh, my opponent will have an Ant-Man. Plus 4, 3 Iron Fist. Oh my. Hmm. It's not the end of the world, actually. Funnily enough, this might still be winnable. I have no reason to retreat yet. My opponent just clogged their Asgard. So that's an instant dub for me. Oh, after turn 5. Oh my. I need to set up on Stark Tower. How many cards does my opponent have? Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. But then the Dream Dimension debuff is kind of big. Am I playing Angela? No, no, it's okay. We can just play away from Stark Tower. Or... Nah, this is better actually. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we get equal value now. Ooh.
All systems go.
Okay, let's think about this. If my opponent puts Nightcrawler on Dream Dimension, this goes from 4 to 6 plus 3, that's 13. So I'm facing 13 and 9 here. My opponent plays KAZAR. Hmm. This goes from 13 to plus 4, 17. This goes up to 17. Can I beat that? I have to worry. Oh man, I still have to worry about Asgard, huh? Yikes. If my opponent KAZARs, this also gets plus 4, and I'm only giving it plus 2. This goes, I'm fighting 17 here. 17. You know what? It's low stakes. He didn't snap. I'm not snapping either. Oh my god! My opponent snapped me last second! Right when I pressed enter. You know what? If I lose, if I get minus 4, I'll tank it. Whatever. My opponent. Oh, my opponent doesn't have KAZAR. My opponent doesn't have KAZAR. But then it might not matter because. Oh no, he chose to. Strong guy stronger. Okay, fine, fine, fair enough. We lose, we lose. I wasn't playing around strong guy. I had Shanks in hand. Okay, okay, fair enough. That was a heavily losing game at that last turn there. I decided to tough it out anyway. I lost to that Electra tech, so nice tech on my opponent there. Rikyu, Rikyu into him. Alright, it looks like we're against Brass Ice 330. Mindscape. Always remember Mindscape. That means we want to be dumping our hand, which we can start to do now. Nice Dusa. Ah, X-Mansion. That's a tricky one.
Avengers! Assemble.
Plus 8. Please. Viper. Ah, you hate to see it, man. Okay, I'm not playing Bishop, that's for sure. I'm playing KAZAR. I'm playing KAZAR and White Tiger, most likely. This is so awkward. Play White Tiger center. Okay, not bad. Oh, never mind. Top me a one drop. I can shanks. Nice, thank you. I can shanks a bomb and then flex me whatever he passes me on the last turn.
Oh, snap.
Was not expecting it to buff a bomb. So now my KAZAR placement's slightly weird, but this is fine. Okay, let's swap hands. I'm passing white queen, white tiger, and bishop. White queen, white tiger, and bishop. White queen, white tiger, and bishop. Okay. My opponent passing me guardian cards, bro. That's the biggest imagine. Now the safest play here would actually be, so if I pass my opponent white queen, white tiger, and bishop, my opponent would most likely white tiger on X mansion and make it hit on savage land. Well, so now I just have to play vision here and rocket here. Did I snap? Yeah, I snapped already. Oh, never mind. My opponent played white tiger there. It's okay. He played something on X mansion regardless, so we're fine.
Victory.
Hopefully we can make it to about above 90 by the end of this video. Okay, maybe I'd like hit 90 by the end of this video would be nice. Uh, I'm also planning on watching Minions Rise of Gru. So I've expectations that Minions Rise of Gru would be an absolute banger. Although I still have to watch Minions 1 and maybe I can rewatch like the older ones. Okay, we finally have an opponent who knows how to stack Asgard. The problem now is that I might have to turn for KAZAR on Asgard, right? So I need to set up right now.
Get out of here.
Man, Colossus doing work on negative zone. Sheesh, like do not sleep on it right now. Okay, this is such a huge problem now because okay, my opponent's snapping there's like fine. It means my opponent's committed to this game. Okay, we're fine. I can play. Do I have time to play Bishop? Or do I just White Queen? My one cost cards are dead in the water. Hmm. I could just White Queen. Yeah, I could just White Queen now.
That
Maybe
will
snag
do it.
my opponent's something. I can also play Agent 13 as well. I won't need the space. Like I can move Nightcrawler here on turn 6 if I need to play something on Asgard. And then Agent 13 can just generate me a card net 0 because KAZAR cancels out with negative zone. Oh, I have Sunspot! I should have played around my sunspot better. Okay, my opponent has Claw. So I drew Claw and Arrow. My opponent playing Sentinel on negative zone is like, why? I can just
Wrong place, buddy.
swap Nightcrawler here and play Claw. And then Claw affects negative zone positively. And my opponent seems to have no way to affect Asgard, so now I
Oh,
can counter snap.
snap.
Then 0.
Avengers! Assemble.
Oh, might be enough to. Okay, he tied it. We still win.
Victory!
That had me slightly worried, not gonna lie. So currently, this is the meta we're in. As you remember from my opponent, Alex Celsior, they're also playing KAZAR Shell, except his deck's the one running the. He's running the Blade Strong Guy build. Okay, my opponent likes to dilute their deck with rocks. Rock Enjoyer here for my opponent. Okay. Am I developing Angela on an unrevealed zone? Yes, yes I am. Prey? Prage? Oh, wait, that's huge. We're popping off. We are absolutely popping. Mary popping off. Turn for White Queen into Asgard, draw more cards. Okay, my opponent loves like it cannot be stated how much my opponent enjoys rocks. Don't worry, if you snap mid turn resolution, it still counts it. So you can see that my snap counted there. Okay, I have no reason to move Nightcrawler yet because I still want to secure Asgard. And then I'll move Nightcrawler to Lechugia. I get my opponent's Sentinel. I did not draw my KAZAR. KAZAR now? Nope. Okay, still have a chance to draw 50-50 KAZAR in the next turn. I can develop my bishop now. Mhm. This is a weird spot. Because I don't... Actually... Mm. No way my opponent can catch up to Asgard. Like, there's absolutely no way, right? So I'm contesting Metropolis. I still want to draw KAZAR, so like... Now it's a question of Squirrel Girl or 13. If I play Squirrel Girl, I'm confident to draw KAZAR. Otherwise, meh. Can I just pass? I can actually just pass. What am I saying? I need to calm down. Yeah, you like those rocks? I bet you like those rocks, man. Okay, my bishop is clearly overtaking. Oh, I wanted to have more resource going to the bishop. It's okay. My bishop will easily. Okay, I drew
Opponent
Kazar. My
snap.
opponent snapped. My opponent snapped. My opponent snapped. Imagine. This is easily Squirrel Girl, Kazar, 13. If I could snap like 2 more times, that would be great. This is one of the most godlike scenarios to have with this deck. And then you just watch the fireworks.
Victory.
Okay, I think we are easily hitting 90 tonight. So yeah, Minions Rise of Gru, definitely a movie for me to watch next. Oh, more island. I can easily commit Nightcrawler and Agent 13 there next turn as well. And if I need, oh, Iron Fist variant, and they already have it on Infinite Split. Evangela, gosh, I wish, man. Unless, unless I actually play Angela and then I play Angela and then I play like Nightcrawler 13 on that zone. Eesh. No, it's fine. Let's not be too greedy with it. I can just commit Angela to my other one drops, probably. Okay, it's an interesting game. Wow! How lucky that my opponent's Iron Fist moved that toward Hala. Oh! Okay, I am now in no pressure. So what I can do now is I can actually put my bishop on Space Throne, which might be the optimal thing to do. And then my turn 4. This is slightly weird. Okay, this is fine.
Avengers! Assemble.
Well, this might be this might be a. Would my opponent expect me to blow up Hala? And would it matter? If I sunspot on Moir Island, I won't have to risk playing Hala. That might be game losing. And okay, this is fine. This is fine. Cloak. Okay, if I actually committed Angela there, I would have destroyed my opponent's board. This is a weird spot to be in now. So now I can move stuff to Hala. Sadly, this is not what I want to be doing. Because I want to be playing Angela now. Does playing Storm matter? Hmm. I'm not worried about more island, actually. If I draw a 4 drop, let's say if I draw Iron Fist is not that powered enough. If I draw Shang-Tse or White Queen, I'm doomed. So I actually have to play Storm. To like fill up Hala the next on the last turn there. And I already drew a lot of my one drops. Okay, this is fine.
Wind, aid my hand.
Ironheart? Okay, we're good. We're lucky with the hits as well, because now I'm not pressured to do anything there at all. Okay, I actually cannot move my Nightcrawler. My opponent still has to contest me on Space Throne. My opponent is a move deck with like mid-range cards. I think Iron Fist and Cloak are like util. They're like utility options in a mid-range, but like why? Okay, let's see here. Is Ant-Man more... Yeah, Ant-Man has higher value than... Ant-Man has higher value than KAZAR. Because Ant-Man's like 4. And Iceman's like 3. Did I snap?
Oh, snap.
My snap didn't register. I'm so mad. See if I lose though. Oh, no way I was gonna lose. You're swapping your Iron Fist. Mm. Could have won 4 cubes, whatever.
Victory.
Alright, we're reaching 90 tonight. Let's hope we get there. It's especially good to play KAZAR right now, with Asgard being our featured zone. Okay, you always love to see Angela and or Bishop in the opening hand. Avengers Compound. Oh, Starlight Citadel is interesting. Let's see what the last zone is. It might get crazy. Oh my gosh, this is so awkward now. It is the most awkward thing to ever happen. Okay, what if I Sunspot pass into White Queen and hopefully it's enough? If my opponent commits Asgard, I'll be sweating a little bit. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, I'm sweating slightly. Turn 5, I have to play on Compound. Sunspot gives me the option to pass. Okay, no, if I draw Kazar from Asgard. Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. My opponent will Rhino Compound. Okay, that's nice. Gives us more options. Draw me 2 cards and then I'll flood. Oh wait! I wasn't paying attention. I had to commit left side or right side there. Okay, was that game losing? Not so much, actually. This game's still winnable. Funnily enough, game's still winnable. Maybe if my opponent has like something huge. Gleaming Square Girl. So we're still winning Ruins. I have to win Asgard now, which is very doable. Okay, Wasp is nice. Wasp is literally an extra proc.
Snapped.
Okay, this is a weird spot for us to be in now. So we're playing everything but Spectrum, that's for sure. My opponent is flipping first. I am playing Ant-Man on Asgard, so I can play Shang-Tse here. Wait, My opponent wants to fight me ruins, or my opponent will hold on to both zones, which I believe my opponent will attempt to hold on to both zones. So I can just play Ant-Man on Asgard and then do a textbook. Excuse me. Oh, that's a cool effect. The Ant-Man and Wasp effects. Wait, can we please get replays on those? He either goes big or he goes small. And Wasp has the wings. Oh my gosh, those effects are so good. Anyway, Okoye here and Shang-Tse here. My opponent was the one who snapped. I will not snap. I will take this L if it be an L. Okay, because they're strong. Sadly, it won't hit any of my intended targets. Will I be able to swing Asgard hard enough? It will be enough for attack. Oh, I'm winning. Okay, okay, we got the dub. I was not paying attention, but we got the dub. Shang-Tse.
Victory.
Yeah, so what's weird with what's weird with my option of playing Shang-Tse into KAZAR metas is that if you hit the mirror match, the mirrors where your opponent is using Blade Strong Guy, they're actually more favored than than I am, who's running the Shang-Tse version. But against every other list, I like I just like having that option. Alright, we're against another Hood classic. We're against Onism. So hopefully Onism recognizes me. Whenever you say hello, like they know, we know each other. Like we've run into each other the ladder too many times to not recognize each other at this point. Okay, Sanctorum is a thing. Okay, my opponent passes. Respect. They're playing Nakia for sure. Alright, this is a weird spot once again. So I can play Bishop on Space Throne. S- mm, we can play Bishop on Space Throne, then play KAZAR on Asgard. No, but we won't get to play enough cards for Bishop to actually do anything meaningful. Alright, fair enough. So I just have to win. I have to attempt to win. Okay, my opponent can play Nightcrawler and Sanctorum. That's a problem. I don't have Nightcrawler. Nor is it buffed if I did. Okay, now I have Nightcrawler. The problem then becomes my opponent cannot put anything strong enough on Space Throne to contest White Queen, I believe. My opponent can nor do they have the power to empty their hand because at the current rate, my opponent can only play one card left and I can still play two. So I can still play two cards. My opponent can only play one. My Sunspot has higher value if this is the case. So now I can White Queen here. Thinking if I can Nightcrawler as well. There's no point in me contesting Sanctorum because I don't think I'm playing Squirrel Grill anyway. Okay, okay, we're not playing Squirrel Grill, so there's no point playing Sanct. Okay, not unless they have Sunspot. But now that means my opponent has given me Asgard. It becomes a question of Does my opponent have something strong enough? My opponent cannot. Oh, okay. My opponent can play one card. Okay. My opponent can place Nightcrawler into Sanctorum and play one card on Space Throne. So my only option is Ant-Man. I was not expecting to get Electrode. Okay. Right, 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 right. My opponent realized because we're running the same deck. Okay, my opponent realizes that they do not have a card strong enough to beat White Queen, and the only thing probably that can beat White Queen is if my opponent is running Sunspot and it's buffed. That way it goes. If it's a 1/2 placed, it eats 5 mana. It goes up to 7. Otherwise, there's nothing in the list that can beat White Queen. So yeah, that's a White Queen diff. Oh my gosh. Well played, Onism. Well played. Alright, we're against W, and my opponent has the Thor logo. I believe that's the one if you reach rank 100. So sadly, the worst target, or like among those three, Akoya was like the second worst. Angela probably would have been the worst. Okay, super flow. You love to see it. I can actually sunspot. Uh, is there a point? Not really, actually. Let's just go with the more safer one, because I'd have to like probably commit Angela to that unrevealed zone to which we do not know what it is yet. My opponent with a very, very solid Nakia onto 4 targets. Okay, Asgard has been revealed. That is very interesting. So what I can do now is I can actually just White Queen on Asgard, which I am very inclined to do. Okay, drew my opponent's Apocalypse. My opponent is playing this card. This might just have to be KAZAR 13, and I commit my Nightcrawler. I am that dedicated to drawing the cards. If I draw Shang-Tzu and my opponent clugs Icebox, I can also easily predict. My opponent raw playing Swarm, so they're only holding. Okay, I did not draw Shang-Tzu. Thank you very much. Now I drew Shang-Tzu. So my opponent has 2 cards in hand. If they commit Apocalypse this turn, I will definitely be combing. There's really no point in playing. Oh no. I do not want to clog. Sorry. Run that back a bit. Do I care about having 7 mana on the last turn? Do I care about having 7 mana on the last turn?
Opponent snapped.
Go ahead. Do I care about having 7 mana on the last turn? 5, 6, 5, 7, 5. Not really, actually. Unless I play Marvel Okoye. Okay, this is fine, actually. Sunspot can eat the mana. Okay, okay, this is fine, this is fine. Okay, my opponent committed apocalypse. They think they're like well ahead. Oh, brother, brother, brother. Why did you snap?
Oh, snap.
Obviously playing Shang-Tzu. And we're playing Ant-Man. And then Sunspot can eat that. Okay, we're good. I totally knew Nightcrawler was still
Victory.
movable. Alright, we're at 90. Poggers. And whenever you hit a new tier, it automatically moves you to 91, like a step higher, the one version. Alright, so we hit 91, 7 out of 10. And then we can end our video for today there. Let me claim my 500 gold. Alright, now that we're in the outro, some things to note is we actually have upcoming Nexus events. I was told by my friend it is going to be a gacha banner. It's a banner basically, and I think we're expecting the banners to be Destroyer and Valkyrie, as well as I do believe Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, and someone else. I forget. So yeah, save up on your gold. Ideally, use your gold for changing it into credits to advance your collection level more easily. But like as of now, let's wait for the Nexus event. If it looks like the value for gold there is good, then we could spend there. Otherwise, just hold on to your gold. That's it, basically. So yeah, other things to note, not much else. This deck's good. It's up to pool 2 only, so budget for you. Once I reach rank 100, I'll start seeing what decks I can build with my pool 3 cards because I have not been looking at my pool 3 cards at all. I want to get there with like pool 1, 2, and KAZAR. KAZAR is like the powerhouse, so and everyone has him. That's why he's the most popular currently. But my friends have been seeing success with a lot of pool 3 builds. And look forward as well, I will update the tier list, the tier 1 tier list, and I'll add the pool 2 cards there. The pool 1 tier list, and then I'll add pool 2. So we'll like adjust it and we'll add new cards. Alright, that's it. Otherwise, stay the mythic and stay frothy and bangarang all the time. Take care. Peace. Goodbye. Kaboom!